the president today in the Oval Office announced that Medicare will cover these GLP-1 injectables, which, when they work, allow people to lose weight with all sorts of health benefits, not just being able to buy 32-inch waist pants or whatever it is they slim down to. Here's the president in the Oval making the announcement, number 11, please.
Significantly, Medicare and Medicaid will finally cover the cost of these weight loss drugs for millions of patients suffering from obesity. Co-pays for Medicare patients will be as low as $50. This is tremendous savings. I mean, now you're talking about from $1,350 to $50. This is tremendous news for the American seniors. And you all remember when I had 1/8 of 1% for the year. I cut it 1/8, and I was so thrilled. But now we're cutting it 1,000%, 1,200%. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. Nobody else could have done it, but I say that modestly.
Thoughts on that, Beverly? Thoughts on this announcement as a cost affordability issue?
Yeah, it's just modest right there. He's been talking about this for a while, so I think for him this is good. There's so many people that are using this drug. I'm with you, Mark. I've heard a lot of horror stories. I haven't used it myself. My one positive caveat, my dad uses it. I hope he's not mad that I'm sharing that. Yeah. But it's been very successful for him. But I know people like hair falling out, a lot of issues with using it. So take that for what you know, right? To try is my perspective. Yeah. But this is a dramatic decrease. And one of the things that he did say is that this used to be just a drug for the wealthy, and now it's for everyone. Yeah. I think this is a benefit to him and polling and people who do struggle with obesity, which is a very common problem. And so I think it's a win for him. I don't see any negative side from a public perception standpoint.
Jim Kennedy.
Yeah, Mark, unlike you, Mark, I am a user, and I'm a shadow of my former self, thankfully. And I think it's a real boon for people to broaden exposure to this to millions of people who need it. I think it's going to help both the health of Americans and the economy and a lot of other things, healthcare costs. It helps against heart disease and diabetes and I think other factors as well. So I think it's a real win-win situation. I know Sean Spicer this morning was talking about how they got to keep echoing this result because I think it's a big deal. I had started on Ozempic and then my insurance company stopped covering it, and the cost was going to jump over $1,000 a month. So I switched to one that remained covered, but for a lot of people have no access to it. So I think this is great.
Well, your hair looks great, so obviously your hair's not falling out.
There's a different drug responsible for that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you look great, and I'm happy for you. And again, I'm happy for people it works for, and I'm always happy when things that people need, they can afford, and not just for the wealthy. As Beverly and I have both experienced, there's just a lot of people who've got side effects that make me a little nervous. There was an episode of The Simpsons in the future where there were a bunch of people walking around like aliens, and their eyes were soldered shut. And someone said, I can't remember the whole thing, but somebody said, and this is like 50 years in the future, and someone said, what happened to them? And they said, well, they had LASIK surgery. It turned out that it soldered your eyes shut. So I haven't had that either. Our friends at Cozy Earth are having a crazy sale. Like if you're from New York City and you're familiar with Crazy Eddie, prices so low, they're crazy. 40% off on all Cozy Earth products site-wide using the promo code two-way. Go to cozyearth.com, promo code two-way. Black Friday comes early to those who want blankets, towels, shirts, pants, anything they sell on the Cozy Earth site right now. Viscose made from bamboo, extraordinarily comfortable, temperature regulating. This includes, you might think, well, surely the bubble cuddle blanket is not 40% off. That'd be crazy for them to make that 40% off. Yes, even the bubble cuddle blanket, 40% off. My towel's on order, looking for them to arrive. But I got everything else. I recommend you go right now to cozyearth.com, promo code two-way for 40% off site-wide. This sale will not last forever. So if you've got to do some holiday shopping for folks, I recommend you go now. Wrap the ones you love in luxury with Cozy Earth, cozyearth.com, promo code two-way.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and two-way tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.